So again, I'm Kelly Foster. I'm one of the PMs with PyroFex, working largely on the Archain project, but Justin Miners is also with PyroFex. He is one of the developers working on the CryptoFex project. I'd like to turn about 5 minutes over to him to provide a demo of what they've been working on.
Okay, thanks, Kelly. Let me just get my screen up
Thanks,
there.
Justin.
Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Awesome.
Well done.
Okay, so one of the goals of the CryptoFex project is to provide development tools for Archain. And so today I'll be showing off one of those tools that we're working on, which is our IDE for writing smart contracts. So right now we're supporting both Rolang for Archain and Solidity for Ethereum. And so I'll be showing off some of both of those today. And really our goal with this IDE is just to make great tools for writing smart contracts and make writing smart contracts as easy as possible. And we know that Rolang is a new language and it still needs a lot of support. And so along with the IDE, you can expect us to be creating other tools to support Rolang, which we'll talk about in the future. So what I'm going to start by showing off is that this is a Solidity contract from a popular Solidity tutorial. And basically it's like a wrestling match or a game of chicken. So there are two players. They both act independently, and each of them puts some money into a pot. And if one of the players puts in double the amount that the other player puts in, then they get the entire pot. Otherwise, the pot, stays there, and they go on into another round. And so I have this contract pulled up here, and so we have both a local compiler feature. So if I make a change here, I'll just make a typo there. Then I can compile it and catch that locally. So let me correct that. And then I can also connect to a chain. So I have a instance of Ganache running here, which is a test Ethereum chain. And so I'm going to go ahead and connect to it. And then I can go ahead and deploy this contract onto the chain. So once the contract is deployed onto this chain, our IDE generates an interface for testing the contract. And so these are all the methods and variables that are accessible publicly from the contract. And so right now that we can see the address of the current wrestler, we can see that, another wrestler is not registered, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and register the other player. So we'll go ahead and register that person. And we'll have this person put into the pot 200 Wei. I'm going to switch back to the original player, and we'll have them put in 500 Wei. So now the wrestling match is over, and we can see who won the match. And we can see that it was the first player who put in the 500 Wei. And so this is kind of just a neat way to write contracts and then play with them easily. And so this interface will be generated for any contract that you write. So I also want to show off a little bit of Rolang. So I have a small contract here which just does a simple dot product computation. So there are these two vectors. We want to find the dot product of those two. And our IDE is integrated with the interpreter so that you can run these things locally. So just like before, if I make a syntax error right now, it'll go ahead and catch that for me. And there we go. They're running the contract. The result is 6. So that's all that I have to show today. We don't have anything to announce as far as when this might be available. But if you're interested in becoming an early tester for the IDE, you can contact Tom at pyrofex.net.